Let me start by showing you a quick demo of how the whole system works. So I have a list of customers here in my Google Sheet, very simple list, name, email, and then birthday. So this customer was born in 1990, May 4th. So the customer's birthday is today. Then we have another customer born on 2000, then April 5th. So the birthday is not today. We have another customer born on 4th May 2005, so the birthday is today. So we have two customers whose birthday is today. So I just used my own emails here. So this is Aluku Hosting, this is my Gmail, and this is my other Gmail account. This one is not correct. I also have the workflow. So I'll just test the workflow now. So this workflow is supposed to be running at midnight every day, but you can test it. I'll just test. It will trigger, go to Gmail, do the code, and send an email. So I'll go back and see if I have received any emails in my Gmail accounts. See, I have an email here from Aluku Hosting. That is the Gmail account that I've used. So you can see the message saying that happy birthday, Epale, and that is the name that I have in the Google Sheet, this one here. Then the other message is sorry, I have a lot of Google accounts open here. This one. So we have Aluku Hosting here, and it's originating from me. So Aluku Hosting is the email that I use to register my NHN account, and it is the one that I've used for sending the Gmails, you know, the emails here. It's not actually the one I used to register the automation, but just for sending the emails. So we've received a message, and the message is mentioning my name, and it's also mentioning my name here, and it's wishing me a birthday, and it's originating from Edge Automation. So let's proceed to setting everything up from scratch. I'll start by designing the customer's birthdays Google Sheet. So I'll search for Google Sheets to quickly log into my Google account. So I'll just sign in. So this is a new Google Sheet. I'll rename it to customers birthdays, like that. Then I'll start with the name of the customer. Then I'll have email. And then I'll have a birthday. I'll just do customization here. I'll select everything and increase the font to around 16 for visibility. Then I'll also do the formatting. I want to wrap the text so that it doesn't overflow. Then I'll also align my text to the left, and I will align it to the top like that. And then for the header, I will put a background color of purple, make it bold, and change the text to white. Then I will populate this list with at least 3 items. So first name is going to be Aluku, and then email is going to be Aluku hosting. I'm just going to use my Gmail accounts, Aluku hosting at gmail.com. So I'll just expand this. The other name I'll use here is Godric. Then the email for Godric is going to be, let me just use Godric. This is not a real Gmail account, Godric at gmail.com. Then I'll put the birthday. So I'm going to use today's date, which is 2025. That is the year. Then a month is May, and it's 40. I'll also expand this. Then for the other person, I'll push the birthday to be, push it back to 1995. Maybe May. Okay, let's use a reasonable birthday here, 1990. And this one for the month, I'll just put maybe, okay, I'll just start afresh, or I can use the calendar that is coming up. So date first, let me just clear this and do it manually. So 1995, month is June, and the birthday is 50, like that. April 05. That there's something wrong with this. This calendar thing is affecting, so I'll just delete this row. You don't want to spend much time on this because we are dealing with automation. So I'll add Godric at gmail.com. That is not a real email, but the first one here is a real email. So I'll give him a name of Godric. Then I'll use a Pale here. That is my other name. And for this, I'm also going to use a real email, which is forever aluku at gmail.com. Then I'm going to use maybe just a random date of, birthday. Let's use 2005. But it should be today's birthday, so I'll use a month of May and date 4, like that. So these are the 3 records that I'm going to test. So we expect our system to be able to filter out this and this, only send email to this, because these are the customers that are having today as their birthday. So the next thing now is to work on the workflow. So I'll just open my workflow, create a new one, then I'll add the first step or the trigger. So our trigger is just going to be a time trigger, so a scheduled trigger. So let me click on the schedule, or you can search from it. Triggers, the trigger interval is going to be days. Days between the triggers is going to be 1. Time is midnight. You can set any time here. So if you set it to be 1 a.m., then every other time at 1 a.m. it's going to check the email, check your list and send the emails to the clients or customers that have birthdays on that day, just to wish them a birthday. So let me just leave it at midnight. And yeah, I don't want to test this because we don't have any other data to connect to it. So the next thing is getting the data from the Google Sheet. So we're going to do that now. I'll add this, search for Google Sheets. So I'll click on that, and what we want is to get rows in the sheet. That is what we want. So we'll come here and create a connection, create new credential. I have a connection already, so maybe for the benefit of those who don't know how to connect Google Sheets to N8N, so that is the process. So you are recommended to use Auth0 cell. Click on that and click on sign with Google. This is going to bring a pop-up. You'll choose an account. So if you don't have anything in the list, you add a new account or another account. So I'm going to use this one, foreverlook@gmail.com. That is where my Google Sheet is. Click on that. So you'll read these instructions and just click continue, and it's connected. So I'll close this and also close this and just test if I'm able to get the data now. Okay, we haven't filled the other, we haven't chosen the Google Sheet and the sheet number or the specific sheet. So we choose the document, we need to choose the document and the sheet number. So what I had used as the name is customers' birthdays, so that is what we are going to choose. Let's see if it's anywhere here. It's there, customers' birthdays. Then the sheet is only 1, so click on that and we test. So you can see our data is coming as a JSON. We have all the records right now. We can click on the table format, so we have it as a table. You can see everything is there. If you want the schema, it's there. So we go back, which means we are able to get all our data. So let me just push it there. So the next part is running a script that is going to filter our data based on the date or based on the date of birth. So we are going to use JavaScript for that. It's going to be a very simple script. You don't need to know how to code to be able to set it up. So I'll just click on this and we want code. So just type code and it's this one here. So we are going to write our code here. I have it prepared, so I'll just get it and run it there and explain what is happening. So I'll paste the code here. Take a few seconds, you can pause the video and copy this code. So what it means is that we have a variable here representing our day. So this is checking today's date. Then it's going to, split today's date and get a specific day, a month, and all that. And it's only going to return, we need to get the month and the day of the month. So that is what is going to measure the birthday of a person. So from today's date, we get today's month and the day. Then we are going to take all the items that we are getting from the previous module or item within the workflow. So every other time we check the item's birthday and compare it with today's month and day. So if it tallies, then we proceed to the next step. If it doesn't tally, we just leave it. That is what is happening here. So we can even test that. So right now, if you look at our list, these are the birthdays that we have, and I have made this one to be, but I mean this customer's birthday to be celebrated today. So it's May, 4th May, and this one is also 4th May. So let's test. It should return only 2 items out of the 3 items that we have in the list. So I'll do that now. I'll test the app. You can see it has returned all the 3 items, but there is something that has been added here, a birthday. So this code is adding an item to the JSON file, I mean to the JSON object, or a JSON document, a document within the JSON. We have a new property known as its birthday. So if everything is the same, then we are setting the birthday to be true. If the birthday is not supposed to take place today or is not celebrated today, then it sets it to false. I mean false. So you can see false, true, then the other one is also true. So we are able to get all the data. So we just go back, that is set. So from the data that we have got from the code, we now need to only work with the true. So we add another module here and we look for the if node. It's known as if node. We add another node known as the if node, this one here. So click on it and we set it up. So we're only relying on one property of the document, which is birthday, this one here. So I'll just click on this and drag is birthday there, like that. Then we are relying on you can rely on a string, a number, a date, a boolean, array. So boolean is true or false. So we are going to take the boolean and we are going to choose the is true, this one here. So if we test this one now, you'll see that we are going to have two documents now. So let's test and see. So you see, it's only returning the true. The true is birthday true. So it has left out one document. So that one is working up to there. We go back. So the next step is now sending the information, sending a message to the email address, and we are going to make use of Gmail to do that. We are going to automate that from our Gmail account. So just click on this because we are relying on the true we leave the false. The false, we have one item, the true has two items, so it should be able to send an email to those two emails. So I'll just check. First email is Aluku Hosting. This is my email, and foreverAluku@gmail.com is also my email. So let's see if this is working. I'll just go back to the workflow and click on add, then Gmail. So the trigger that we want is to send a message, just that. And the Gmail account, message sent. So here we are going to use an expression, and the expression should send an email to the email address that is mentioned. So I'll pick this and put it there. So the result, you can see it's choosing Aluku Hosting. Then the subject, I have a subject prepared, so I'll just copy my subject and put it there. Subject, I want it to be happy birthday. That is going to be my subject. Then you'll drag the name and put it there, because you want to mention the name of your customer. So the name is represented by this variable. I'll drag it and paste it there, and you can see it's going to say happy birthday Aluku. Then the email type, I want it to be an HTML, so that we are able to at least have different lines. If we set it to text, then it's going to be one line or one sentence. Okay, one line, let's say that. So because we are using HTML, then we can write an HTML code. I have prepared that. It's a very simple code. I'll just copy that and put it there. So this is going to be our first paragraph. Then our next paragraph. Then our other paragraph. Then there is a line break. So this is how it reads: dear name. So it could be dear Aluku. So wishing you a wonderful birthday filled with joy and success. Warm regards. Then here you can mention your company's name or your name. So I'll just mention Edge Automation as my company name. And I can test this now. So node executed successfully. I'll just go back, and I'm sure even the testing is supposed to send an email. I'll just check if I have an email. This is Aluku Hosting email. Let me refresh and see if I've received. Yeah, you can see a message has just arrived now, and it's saying, dear Aluku, wishing you a wonderful birthday filled with joy and all that. Let me zoom. So I can also check Forever Aluku. That is my other email. So inbox is empty. Let me refresh this. So you can see there is a message wishing me a birthday. It's saying happy birthday Epale. Dear Epale, wishing you a wonderful birthday filled with joy and success. Warm regards from Edge Automation. So as simple as that. So if you've now set your workflow to be running at midnight, so it will be checking your Google Sheet every midnight. So let's say you have a sheet of maybe 200 customers. So every day at midnight, it will be checking that and just wishing your customers a birthday, sending birthday wishes to your customers. You can make this robust, probably use a different email system. So you can use an API here, so that you are able to use an SMT SMTP servers to send your email instead of relying on maybe Gmail. You can also make your message better, structure it well, but at least you have an idea. So if you have enjoyed this video, I'll appreciate if you'll subscribe. Thank you for your time. See you in the next tutorial.